Hello everybody, welcome back to Danny Builds. My name is Danny. Today we got a power sport. I believe it's a six horsepower, six and a half horsepower motor. Pretty much today, I'm going to give it another gas tank. This one's got a huge crack on top of it. I'm going to clean it up. I'm not really for sure if it runs. It turns over freely, but not really too for sure on it. I got this about a year ago and didn't really know too much about it, so I figure I'll go ahead and replace the gas tank, look everything over, check spark plug out, make sure it's still got spark, and check the valves and put it together, and hopefully everything turns out good. Because I like to use this motor on a go-kart that I have for an upcoming video. It's a 1968 Rump A-Bone Dart, which is a pretty neat looking go-kart. Hopefully this will be going on it here soon. But let's go ahead and get the gas tank off. If I'm not mistaken, it's two 10mm bolts right in front of it. So we'll go ahead and get that. The condition on this motor is really, it ain't bad at all. It's actually quite nice. It don't have any stress in the block, not that I can see of. Definitely, I think it'll clean up pretty good. Yeah, the cool thing about these gas tanks is they sit on these like little slots that kind of look like fingers, where it kind of like slides right into, and it's right here on the bottom. These will slide right on top and goes all the way across, and it holds it in place so it doesn't vibrate loose or come off when you're out riding and stuff like that. It's a pretty cool design. As far as I know, they were like the only ones that did it. I don't think Bridge and Stratton did it. They always had the metal gas tanks. Yep. Then once you end up popping it off, this metal bracket right here, all you do is pretty much just add a little bit of pressure, and it should just end up sliding right on off. If not, sometimes a hammer or anything that you got to use will actually work. But just give it a couple taps. Yeah, that one's been on for a minute. Actually, I completely forgot. Right here by the peacock, there's a little push down. And right where that hump is, this will slide right into it, and then you can pop it off. It'll come off this side, and it'll come off this side. So that needs to be pushed down to come here and slide the whole bracket completely off. just like that. Yeah, that's been on there for a long time. It's got nothing but like cobwebs and everything else. But what I was talking about is, I don't know if you're able to see it, but right here, it's a solid crack. And that, it can be repaired and like fixed with a plastic welder that I know Harbor Freight sells and stuff like that. But I had this and it's basically brand new. So why not? So to put it back on, it's almost like the same way it just came back off. Just like how I showed you. Where these slots are and how this is an L shape, you're going to go ahead and put it right down. Get the fingers to slide right underneath that tab, and you just add just a little bit of pressure, and it just slides right on in, like so. See? And if you want for a good measure, you can always tap it with the hammer to make sure it's like fully locked in. And that's about it. Not bad. So I'll leave that off for right now so I can assess the rest of the motor, see how it is. Here, I'll bring you guys over here so you can see it also. But yeah, this is about it. So it's not really too bad. I just gotta I gotta replace the fuel line. I'm going to address this because I don't know how bad the rust is on it. I'm pretty sure that's just surface rust. It kind of feels like it. But definitely check everything out. Make sure everything's pretty good. Got the breather hose, which I'll probably end up repairing that also. And see how everything is. Get it all cleaned up. What a lot of people don't know about these motors are, these motors are actually really good little racing motors. You can get a few upgrades. You can get like a stage 1, stage 2, or stage 3. But it's all from the carburetor to the exhaust, stuff like that. But yeah, I want to go ahead and get this all cleaned up and everything, and see how it turns out. So it's not too bad, really. Not too bad of a little motor. These things do have a kick to them. I know that. But I also like to say thank you. If you're tuning in and watching this, thank you very much. It actually helps me out. And it makes me feel good knowing like I got people that I probably never met before watching these type of videos and just enjoying it. I really do appreciate it very, very much. And if you're new to this channel, on this channel, basically we're gonna do like builds, like little motors, go-karts, cars, trucks, different variety stuff of that nature. But yeah, if you can, hit like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what you guys like to see on the channel and what I can do to improve, or you like what you see so far. Alright, let's go ahead and get back to this. hose is the hose is really, really stiff. Really, really stiff. I bet this little motor will actually fire up pretty good. I think it will. I really do. I think it will fire up just perfect. I'll go ahead and cheat a little bit. And I'm just going to use a drill and just get a good portion of this kind of cleaned up. And see what's going on with it. These things are kind of fun. They're super simple to work on. I mean, they're extremely, extremely, extremely easy to work on. It takes absolutely no time whatsoever to work on one of these. It's mainly like, the only thing that you might have a little time, like a little trouble would be the valve clearance. Like if it's been sitting for a long time and if it's got rust around the rings, you will need to reseal the valves. And if you don't know how to do it, it's time consuming. But if you do know how to do it, you can have it done within, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. Just, you gotta be real patient, real easy with it. Yeah, and go ahead and get this cleaned up and see what the whole exterior of it actually looks like. I'm hoping this rust isn't deep. I'm hoping that it's just surface and I can add a paint coat to it and then everything like that, because most likely I'm going to be using this motor to just have fun with. Actually, it's turned out pretty good. Not too bad. Not too bad. Need to get the longer one for that. Try to get down there, but for the time being, I do have this 3M metal and steel sandpaper, so I can at least get down here and get everything I need to get. And then when I come across my bigger metal wheel, I can actually finish it off. Well, luckily, it's got a few little divots, but nothing to be too concerned about. Everything else, everything else up here actually turned out really good. It ain't too bad, honestly. So that actually not too bad. But this, I'm gonna have to definitely try to get it cleaned up a little better. If not, I'm pretty sure I have. I'm pretty sure I have another valve cover. I'm pretty sure I do have another valve cover. But for the meantime, it's not too bad, really. Not too bad. The rust is what I actually hoped for. It's just surface. So, I'll bring you over and show you. But, yeah, it's just... Sorry about that. Yeah, but see, it's just surface. So it wasn't really too bad or anything like that. I can change it or just finish cleaning it up a little more and kind of go ahead and hit it with some paint. I don't know, but that didn't turn out too bad at all. Yeah, it's mainly just surface rust, so not really too worried about that. Kind of get everything else cleaned up and then get that taken care of. But oh no, it's not really too bad. Not too bad at all. But I'm gonna pop the spark plug off, give that a once over, check that out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the gas tank back on and probably try to fire it up. But man, that's oh, okay. It's got a weird little dippy doodad thing. I don't know. It's kind of like twisted on. Looks like hay wire or bale wire or something along that nature. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to. I would like to change this hose, but most likely I'm gonna go ahead and probably still use it to see if it's still good and stuff like that. I'm hoping. But yeah, let's go ahead and pop the spark plug off and then we'll see what's going on with this. Hopefully it ain't too bad, because it would be nice if it actually worked really good. But you never know. With an old Tecumseh, it's not too bad. These are the same motors that actually came on the Yerf Dog go-karts. And I actually have one, but I end up selling it to my little brother. So he owns it. But yeah, they're really fun go-karts. They really are. They're fun. Like it ain't too bad, really. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Oh Lord. Oh, But it's just a lot of carbon. See? That's all it is. Just carbon. I mean, she's a smoker. Well, as far as I can see, don't look too bad, really. Just got a lot of sauce on. I'm gonna see if I got. Or do I? Yeah, I don't think those are gonna work. Well, what we're gonna do is go ahead, get that clean over. Yeah, it's really not bad. Not bad at all. Well, go ahead and put the zone back in there. Alright. Let's go ahead and take this gas tank. Just hook the coil back up. And inside of that actually looks really good too. Okay. And then, remember that little slot in the very back? It actually goes right in here. So there's a little guidance when you slide it on in. It actually lines it up to the front bolts for the gas tank. So you don't, you know, try to force the bolt like sideways or stuff like that. Not too bad. That's really about it. Then you just take the two front bolts that you have for the gas tank, and you go ahead and you just put them right back on in. I think this one, I think when it fires up, it's gonna smoke. Yeah, it's gonna smoke really bad. I have a feeling it's gonna smoke, but that's okay. Hey, it's okay, because it won't last forever. It will clear up. So don't freak out and be like, oh no, motor ain't doing too good. That's alright. Trust me. Where I come from, it basically was like, we knew things were going to get pushed to the limits, and we knew how it was going to be and stuff like that, but oh no, we just knew how things were built. They can just take a beating. These can take a beating, because the thing about this, a lot of these old ones actually don't come with a plastic cam. They come with a steel cam. And that steel cam, you can actually modify it just a little bit, and you can basically turn it into a performance cam to where it will run like a performance cam should, like a hot cam. But yeah, that's a little thing about these. So some of the Predator 212s, the Hemis, and then the non-Hemis, the Hemi 212 Predator, some will have the steel cams. Very rarely you will find like a plastic cam. And then the non-Hemis Predator 212s will pretty much have all plastic cams. Every one of them plastic. That's why they don't last long. they don't hold throttle very long. They get hot, and plastic, when it gets hot, it starts breaking down. It's just how it is. But yeah, after that, you got to go ahead and hook this back up. Okay. And go ahead and check the oil, see how that looks. Oh, it's clean and full. Nice. Didn't look like there was any water contaminant mixed with it or anything like that. Well, alright. Well, on this channel, I'm going to try to do at least 2 videos a week, and my goal is to have a new video on Monday and Fridays, and if I'm not able to drop it on a Friday, I will absolutely drop it on a Saturday. But I just want to let you guys know that I will be doing my best to try to do 2 videos as of right now, with it being a fresh start and something completely new to me. I'm just trying to take it one step at a time. But yeah, if you guys can, just let me know if you have any thoughts or if there's something that you would like to see on the channel, and I will do my best to try to make that happen for you guys. So let's go ahead and put some gas, which I think that I got some gas. Yeah, that worked. Alright. Just add a little bit to this. There we go. Just good enough for it to make it down to the carburetor. And then add the gas cap. The gas cap's got its own little air filter. That's it. Honestly, does nothing. But the whole purpose of that was when gas goes up, instead of like splashing out underneath it, that whole filter was supposed to stop the gas from making its way out underneath the cap. And let's just say it works about 40% of the time. We'll get about 40, 45. We'll be generous, about 45% of the time that works. Other times, you will see gas going down here and gas going there, and then gas being all up here. Yeah, it's wild. It is really wild. But oh, it's got, okay. So it has gas in the bowl, because as soon as I hit the prime, it automatically started pushing gas right out of the float hole. So alright, well, got it primed, everything else. Let's see what happens. That's awesome. And it didn't smoke. Wow. Yeah, like I said, guys. That's wild. That's wild. That it actually works. So that's good. That means that I'm able to break it down and get it all properly fixed up and ready to go for the go-kart. So thank you for tuning in to Danny Builds, and I really appreciate your guys' support and everything else like that. If you guys can, like, comment, subscribe, share. Please, if you could share, get my name out there. I'm trying the best that I can for you guys. And until next time, thank you and have a wonderful day. See you guys.